Just want to say to Ben Shapiro, enough. Come out into the light. Really, come on. Let's do this debate. Stop sending interns to do your dirty work.
In today's video, we explore the heated conflict between Candace Owens and the Daily Wire. Owens discusses her concerns about the network's stance on free speech and challenges Ben Shapiro to a public debate, criticizing what she sees as an unfair pro-Israel bias. This clash highlights a broader divide within conservative media, with Owens promoting a more nationalist, America First perspective. She calls for open dialogue about foreign influences. Stay tuned as we break down the controversy, examine the ideological split, and discuss the implications for the future of conservative media. Let's dive into what happened.
Crazy story. But as I was headed in here, I got a frantic call from somebody. They did. They called me and they said, Candace, something very weird is happening. The Daily Wire has sent somebody secretly to record you, an intern, a PR intern, to secretly record you, to catch you in a bad moment.
Candace Owens claims that the Daily Wire has deliberately tried to paint her negatively since her departure. She points to a specific instance where she was invited to debate Ben Shapiro but faced unreasonable conditions, including a tight deadline while she was traveling abroad. Owen sees this as a calculated move by the Daily Wire to avoid a real debate, likely fearing that the optics wouldn't favor Shapiro. By setting impractical demands, she believes they aimed to create a narrative that made her seem unwilling to engage. Additionally, Owens alleges that the Daily Wire sent an intern to a Turning Point USA event to secretly record her in potentially unflattering moments. She likens this tactic to methods used by the Anti-Defamation League, an organization that the Daily Wire often criticizes for limiting free speech through similar monitoring. Owens argues that this behavior questions the Daily Wire's authenticity as a free speech platform. By using tactics they normally oppose, she contends they reveal a troubling hypocrisy that undermines their credibility in the conservative media landscape.
Really, come on. Let's do this debate. Stop sending interns to do your dirty work. I don't bite. I'm down for the debate. Charlie Kirk says he will fly you out. He will fly you out next week to Detroit, and we can do the debate on his stage. Thank you, Turning Point USA. Let's take some questions.
Candace Owens criticizes the neoconservative wing of the conservative movement for its strong support of U.S. foreign intervention, particularly in alignment with Israeli interests. She believes this approach doesn't reflect the views of the broader conservative base, which is shifting toward a nationalist focus on protecting American interests and tackling domestic challenges. Owens argues that many conservatives prioritize national sovereignty, economic stability, and minimizing international commitments over promoting foreign alliances. By challenging neoconservative influence, she advocates for a change in conservative policy that embraces a genuine America First philosophy. She stresses the importance of reassessing U.S. involvement in global conflicts and reducing the power of foreign policy lobbies.
About why you are splitting or what's happened. But I was shocked, very shocked, and I'm sure you were shocked as well, when no sooner was the split announced than Andrew Klavan, just like a bizarre tour he went on. He felt like it was his duty, or maybe somebody knighted him and said, you know what, Andrew Klavan, this is your duty to go around and to just smear Candace Owens. Say whatever it is that you want about her. Just a few weeks before this, Andrew Klavan was sitting across from me on Backstage.
Candace Owens responds sharply to Andrew Klavan's accusations that she exhibited anti-Semitic sentiments by allegedly trivializing Nazi book burnings. She argues that Klavan misrepresented her words, claiming she had defended or minimized the significance of these actions. Owens clarifies that her critique was directed at certain historical figures in psychology, such as Magnus Hirschfeld, and was meant as a moral evaluation, not an endorsement of Nazi actions. She believes Klavan's portrayal was misleading, aimed at damaging her reputation and maintaining a pro-Israel narrative within the Daily Wire. Owens describes this as false and defamatory, intended to discredit her dissenting views on U.S. foreign policy. Additionally, She points out that the conflicts within the Daily Wire reflect broader tensions in the conservative movement, particularly regarding U.S. interventionism and loyalty to foreign allies like Israel. Owens warns that media figures and organizations that strongly support pro-Israel and interventionist stances risk alienating a growing segment of the conservative base that prefers America First policies. She argues that this ideological divide could reshape conservative media, with her and Tucker Carlson gaining influence among audiences disenchanted with traditional conservative views on foreign policy. By emphasizing these issues, Owens positions her brand of conservatism as a counter-movement that she believes aligns better with the values and priorities of a new conservative generation.